Good morning and welcome. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. This is our daily reading. It is Wednesday, and I'm going to use the Haunted House Tarot for the reading. I'm going to do the Ghost Tarot for clarifying again. I've shuffled both decks. Let's do a couple more. Hope you all are doing fantastic. Don't know where that came from. Somewhere. Anyway, let me get a couple more shuffles in. What do we need to know today? What do we need to know? Give us the answers. Okay, let's get started. Current situation. Four of Cups. She almost looks angry. Present influence. Hangman. Future influence. King of Pentacles, what we don't see. Emperor, what to look for. Six of Swords. Unexpected. Ace of Swords. I'm glad that's there. Challenge. Five of Cups. Strength. Ace of Wands again. Where does this lead? Knight of Pentacles. Page of Wands. Three of Swords. Oh, I don't like that. But we'll take a look at that. Okay, I'm going to take a look at that. Advice. Nine of Swords. Wow. Bottom of the deck is Two of Pentacles. Kind of like putting things in order, balancing things out, balancing the day out, balancing your life out. And after that's the Magician. God. Wow. There's something, I mean, you're in the long run, I don't like that Three of Swords, but, you know, okay. Four of Cups is in the current situation. You know, it's funny too, because I'm looking at this Four of Cups. She's looking straight at the Hangman. So this is how they appear on the table. And I feel like that's, and again, you know, I noticed right away her anger. Like that was the first thing I noticed, that she looks frustrated or angry or how dare, almost like a how dare you. And I feel like that those two energies is you going, okay, I'm not getting my way. I'm not getting what I want. And almost like with the Hangman as the influence, looking at it going, I'm tired of trying to figure this out. I am tired of trying to look at this differently. I'm tired of the one trying to change. It's almost like that kind of feeling. I really feel like that's the energy here. Even though you are, the influence is, hey, I got to look at this differently. Part of you is like, screw that. I don't want to. I've done that. I've done it in the past. I've done it. I'm giving. I'm, you know, trying to figure this out. And why? That's the feeling I'm getting. Okay. That's like, it's kind of like this frustration, not necessarily anger, just frustration. I'm getting that a lot here. So just keep that. I mean, I feel like that's how you're feeling like right now or over the next couple days. Just like, or you have even in the past, like the last few days, it's just been a frustration. And I do feel like, well, the King of Pentacles is sitting here in the future influence, and I am going to clarify this King of Pentacles. Now, this could be somebody, it could be you going, I'm just going to take, you know, I am just going to be the ruler of myself here. I can't, I feel like the frustration's leading to, I'm not doing anything about this. I'm just going to be in charge of me, and that's what I'm going to do. And I feel like that with the emperor too, but let's clarify that king just to get more information. Tell me about that king of pentacles, please, and our future influence. Hermit, queen of pentacles, three of swords. This is definitely someone who's hurt you or made you sad, or you feel very separated from. I feel like the search, again, going back to that hangman, being frustrated, but I feel like it could also just be you, but the Queen of Pentacles is here, which offsets the King, like is a partner to that. And I feel like there's been just some kind of hurt happening here. There feels to me the more you think about it and the more you try to work through it, the harder it becomes. And the more it hurts, the more frustrated you get. And I feel like that's what's happening in the now with this, whatever this situation is to you. It's something that you have been trying to do. Again, you're trying to put balance back, but you're struggling with that. And this could be two things. So it could be like, why do I have to do the work? Or why should I have to balance my stuff out? Like if I want to give to this, I'm going to give to this. But there is something here about someone bringing in some sadness to you. Is it purposeful? Doubt it. I don't see any like bad cards here. I feel like there is definitely a separation that's caused you to really, overthink too, because we have the Nine of Swords in the advice, which is don't overthink it. And I think that's what's happening here, right with this Four of Cups hangman. And then this king, I feel like, has an influence here in the next couple days that it's either you going, I'm in charge of me, or it's someone else. And it could be different for everybody. The Emperor's in what you don't see. I feel like there is someone absolutely controlling you. And you don't see it because I feel like this is how I feel, and hopefully this resonates, is that it's more like a situation where you don't see their control because you're trying to figure it out, like, what do I need to do differently, instead of saying, I'm allowing the control here. And they're controlling you more than you realize, because that's where the frustration's coming in. If you're trying to look at things differently so that you can deal with this person, talk to this person, make up with this whatever it is, you're the one that's trying to do all of the things. Even if it's just in your head, you're trying to make the difference. You're trying to make up. You're trying to figure it out. That tells me they have a lot of control, and it's not obvious. And I think that's an important part of this reading, is to look at this control piece and go, okay, like, am I allowing this to happen because they're controlling me? And I don't feel like it's this controlling you, like them saying, do this, do that, do this, do that. No, it's like a devil energy where you're attached to this person in some way or another, family, lover, friend, something. And they have just more control over you than you're seeing at this time. And I hope that makes sense. The Six of Swords is what to look for. And I think this is important. I think this is, hey, look for what to, instead of focusing on this situation, trying to hammer out how you can fix this situation, what do you need to do for you? And where do you need to go to find happiness, joy, or a better place inside yourself? Even if it's not like literally going after someone else, but it's more asking you to look and find the happiness from within, not necessarily from this person or this situation, but more so from, um, for your own sake, within yourself. You know, the Six of Swords doesn't have to be a physical journey. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm going to go to this situation. It can also be a journey from within and saying, okay, I need to do, this is where I need to go to find peace within me. And I think that's going to be really important here moving forward, is to look for that. What do you need to do to find peace within yourself? You know, and instead of trying to make up this situation, or, you know, make up with this situation, or make the situation better, because you can't. You know, a lot of times, I mean, you can apologize, you can promise, you can change your ways, but all in all you're doing is changing your ways. Well, and maybe sometimes we need to, right? That's part of relationships, is we learn about ourselves and say, you know, well, yeah, I need to be better at XYZ. But if the other person doesn't see where they need to be better, then it's not a super positive relationship, right? Does that make sense? And this is any life area, okay? This is any life area. The Ace of Swords is in the unexpected. I feel like there is some clarity coming in. We'll clarify. What is this Three of Swords here? You know, I feel like with that Ace of Wands that you have the ability to light a fire underneath yourself, to do something pretty fantastic for yourself. But I feel like it keeps going back around, and we'll talk about that in just a second. Let's get the clarity here. What is this Ace of Swords? Is it a new beginning? What is it? Is it knowledge? Is it conversation? What is it? What is it? What is it? Knight of Cups, the World, Four of Cups. Going back to the Four of Cups in the current situation. So this is definitely something coming clear on that. I feel like if there was someone in your life that you wanted to reach out to, love-wise, romantic-wise, or even just caring about them, so it could be family members, good friends, even people you work with, but it's more about something that you really is important. There's this Ace of Swords is the ending to the daydream, I believe. Like you're realizing that maybe what you're after, you're not going to get. And because this Four of Cups, he's got his head down, you know. And I think, too, there is a little bit of an understanding coming in unexpectedly on your own feelings. So I don't know if that understanding comes from somebody giving you a message, a conversation, or just you learning from yourself about what's really happening here in this current situation. I do feel like there is my stomach's growling. I always do this. I know, because I do this in the morning and I don't eat first thing in the morning. But I do feel like with the world there's a conclusion. But it does affect what you are aspiring for. This is what I want. This is my dream. This is where I'm going, and I'm not getting it. And again, we're going to the disappointment. So I do feel like you may learn something, but it will be a little disappointing for you. However, so that leads to the Five of Cups being in the challenge. How are you going to deal with this disappointment? How are you going to handle this? Are you going to focus on losing this situation or feeling disappointed by the situation, whatever it is? Or are you going to say, nope, you know what? These cups are still full. I still have this, and that's what I'm going to take. And that's the challenge here. It's not easy to do. When someone disappoints us or we're disappointed for any reason, it's really hard to change our perspective and say, oh, but you know what? This is what I have. Sometimes it's easier than others, but the deeper the situation is, the harder it is to see that, right? So I feel like this is definitely something to work on. And And is this something you can't overcome? No, it's absolutely something you can overcome. I mean, we can all overcome disappointments. It doesn't mean the disappointment completely 100% goes away. It doesn't, because no matter what, if you've been disappointed by a situation, the only way a disappointment really goes away is when you learn the entire truth of something, and then you understand it, and then the disappointment isn't there. However, there are times where people will just flat out disappoint you, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. They just do. You had whether you had expectations that were unrealistic, or whether they were just not nice, and you can get disappointed. But I feel like once you learn that, it is the easier time to get over it. However, I do like in your strength, there's this Ace of Wands. I'm going to clarify the Ace of Wands so that we can focus on what our strengths are, because that Ace of Wands is really good, and in this case, excuse me, and in this case, he's actually lighting the candle. Sorry. And he's actually lighting the candle here. And that tells me that you're ready. Like, you're ready for something better. You're ready for that fire to come in. You're ready for, putting passion into something. You're ready for a new beginning. And let's clarify this guy. Tell me more about this Ace of Wands and our strength, because we need to focus on this guy. Ace of Wands. Nine of Cups, Three of Cups, Magician. This is your dreams, your desires. There's something here. I think there's going to be something here about a get together. And we've we've stumbled on this yesterday with the Four of Wands and what to look for. I feel like the Magician, though, is reminding us that I feel like this is all about you finding your strength here. So with having all the tools, I don't think you use all the tools. I think you find out where your strength lies within those tools. Is it a cup? Is it a wand? Is it a pentacle? Is it, a sword? What is it? And I feel like that's the key here, because the Magician has all of the tools, right? And I feel like this is a discovery. And it is about your dreams and your wishes and your desires. And it is about, celebrating with those around you. And I feel like there's some kind of celebration still coming in. I really do. I feel like there's either a get together or a celebration that's going to kind of change your perspective moving forward, which will really be helpful, honestly. Where does this all lead? It leads to the Knight of Pentacles, then the Page of Wands. So before I get to the Three of Swords. So there is some time being taken. There's forward movement, but it's very slow. And I feel like the Page of Wands is the energy going, no, I'm going to dive all in. And I'm going for this. And there's no overthinking involved. The Page of Wands is very sporadic. This also could be a message. I feel like this is the patience that you've been waiting, and there could be a message. Let's clarify the Page of Wands. No matter what, I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is forward movement, is just slow. And I feel like this could either be a message that switches that up, or you taking a leap of faith. Let's clarify that with the Ghost Tarot. I really like this card. It's like I think it's a carousel, right? With the horse in that background, and it's like what do you call it? Yeah. A carousel. Yeah. Is it a merry-go-round or a carousel? Yeah, one of those. Merry-go-round. I never thought about that saying until just now. Okay. Merry-go-round. Yeah. Happy going in circles. No, not so much. Tell me about this Page of Wands, please, and where does this lead? Tell me about this Page of Wands here. What is this Page of Wands? Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Two of Wands. Back to the, Queen of Swords. No, this is a new opportunity because the Two of Wands is the planning, the Ace of Pentacles is the new beginning, and then the Queen of Swords to me is those, working through things the way you need to work through things so that you can map out where to go next. Um, there is going to be, let's talk, well, then we'll go to the three because then this will all make better sense. Um, the Three of Swords comes after that, which, is, here's the thing with the Three of Swords. It could be separation, and it could be separation by distance. It could be someone hurting you, breaking your heart. It also, leads to healing because the Four Swords comes next, but this could be multiple things. It doesn't mean that you're going to be sad because someone leaves. It could be just someone being distant, and which can also be sad, right? Like, but not in a hurtful way. You just know that that's happening. Tell me about this Three of Swords. I feel like this is out of your control, though. Again, I don't think this is your doing. You're not causing your own grief here. Tell me more about this Three of Swords here. Tell me about this guy. Eight of Wands, Three of Swords, King of Swords. There is some kind of, yeah, this comes from a message, guys, because the Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands can both be messages. Three of Swords, I almost feel like someone may be professing their sadness over the situation. And it has to do, this is the King of Swords. So you had the Queen of Swords with the Page of Wands, and you have the King of Swords here. So I do feel like there could be some kind of, they could be professing their sorrow, their sadness, their hurt. The distance, again, going back to the distance. I feel like there's distance, whether it's real physical distance or emotional distance. Okay, let's do one more thing. I do want to see where this leads after that. Where does this go after the Three of Swords? Ten of Wands. It's going to be hard, but you get through it, right? The Ten of Wands is a good card. It's a hard card, but good card. The work's going to pay off. However, the Ten of Wands also reminds us that we will be carrying something differently, that we may need to go, okay, this is hard, but I need to switch things up because I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. However, it's the Ten of Wands, so I feel like you will be getting to the end of this over the next couple weeks. I feel like, too, can you give me a timeline on that Ace of Swords? I got a 4 over the next few days, probably. I don't think that's 4 weeks because this is a daily reading and that's the unexpected. I think over the next few days, that's when more clarity is going to come into you. So the Nine of Swords is in your advice. I really think it's don't overthink everything. Don't stay in your head about this because you can't solve it within your head. This is not about what you can do. I don't think you can do anything here. I feel like, again, they've got the control. You just need to let it go. Instead of getting angry or frustrated and trying to look at everything differently and figure things out and all of these things, maybe let it go. And not let it go completely. I'm not saying abandon. I'm saying don't try to fix it. Don't try to fix it in the way like you fixing it. If you're going to try to fix it, you both need to fix it. If this is some kind of relationship, whatever kind, it takes more than one person. But also this could be saying trying to figure this out and continuing to relive it is not doing you any justice either. So think about that as time moves on over the next few days, especially. Let's pull 3 cards. Anything else we need to know? Oh, Hierophant. What is that? That's 21. That's the world, right? 20's judgment, 21's the world. Okay. And Nine of Pentacles. You know, with the Hierophant, I feel like there is going to be a spiritual awakening here of some sort. And it doesn't have to be spiritual, like, religion or even tapping into that. It's the spiritual awakening that you realize what you have to give. The Hierophant, I feel like, is the growth. And the world here, she's handing that key, man. She's got the key. And the Nine of Pentacles is, from within you. You are, I feel like the message is you have to remember that you are successful. You are not judged on who's around you. And you cannot necessarily fix something that has to do with someone else. You appreciate you. And I feel like that's what I feel like this, though, is this energy is going to come in for you, because I feel like that's what this is. It's like there's going to be that awakening of, no, I've got a lot to give. Again, with that Magician and the Ace of Wands, and being good in the Nine of Pentacles. I'm good. That's the nine. I was at the Queen. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the Queen of Pentacles. Same thing. Same thing. To me, those are a lot alike. I'm who I am. I do feel like with the King of Pentacles there as well, though, this definitely has something to do with another person. So there you have your reading for today. I hope you liked it. Let me know. Hit that like button, and I appreciate you. Have a beautiful day.